You don't need to be perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to remind you of something that many people spend years trying to learn. You do not need to be perfect. In a world filled with social media highlights, success stories, and constant comparisons, it's easy to believe that perfection is the goal. We see people celebrating achievements, posting victories, and showcasing their best moments. What we often don't see are the failures, mistakes, doubts, and struggles that happen behind the scenes. Many people delay their dreams because they are waiting for the perfect moment. They wait until they have the perfect plan, the perfect skills, the perfect confidence, or the perfect circumstances. But perfection is an illusion. It is a moving target that keeps getting further away every time you think you're getting close. Think about it. Every successful person you admire started before they were ready. Every expert was once a beginner. Every champion was once someone who made mistakes, stumbled, and learned through experience. The truth is that progress has always been more powerful than perfection. Imagine a child learning to walk. They fall hundreds of times. They lose balance. They make mistakes over and over again. Yet no one expects that child to walk perfectly on the first attempt. We encourage them. We celebrate every small step forward. So, why do we treat ourselves differently? Why do we expect ourselves to master new skills immediately, achieve goals without setbacks, and navigate life without making mistakes? Growth doesn't happen because you're perfect. Growth happens because you're willing to keep going despite your imperfections. Many people never start because they're afraid of failure. They worry about what others will think. They fear making mistakes. They fear looking inexperienced. But consider this. Every mistake contains a lesson that success cannot teach. Every setback develops resilience. Every challenge builds strength. The very experiences you are trying to avoid may be the experiences that help you become the person you are meant to be. Perfection often creates pressure. Progress creates momentum. When you focus on perfection, you become afraid to move. When you focus on progress, you give yourself permission to learn. You don't need to write the perfect book. Start with one page. You don't need to build the perfect business. Start with one customer. You don't need to give the perfect speech. Start with one sentence. You don't need the perfect body, the perfect career, the perfect life, or the perfect plan. You simply need the courage to take the next step. Remember that diamonds are formed under pressure. Trees grow through storms. Rivers carve through rock not because they are powerful in a single moment, but because they keep moving forward consistently over time. Your imperfections do not disqualify you from success. Your mistakes do not define your future. Your failures do not determine your potential. What truly matters is your willingness to learn, adapt, and continue. Some of the most remarkable achievements in history were accomplished by people who doubted themselves, made mistakes, and faced countless obstacles. What separated them from everyone else was not perfection. It was persistence. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Stop judging your progress because it doesn't look flawless. Stop waiting until everything is perfect before you start. Life is not a test of perfection. It is a journey of growth. The people who achieve extraordinary things are not always the smartest, the strongest, or the most talented. Often, they are simply the people who refuse to quit when things became difficult. So, if you're carrying the weight of unrealistic expectations, set it down. If you're afraid of making mistakes, remember that mistakes are proof that you're trying. If you're waiting for perfection, understand that perfection is not coming, and that's okay. Because you don't need to be perfect to be valuable. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy. You don't need to be perfect to make a difference. And you certainly don't need to be perfect to succeed. What the world needs is not a perfect version of you. The world needs the real you, the determined you, the growing you, the learning you, the imperfect but unstoppable you. So take that step. Start that project. Chase that dream. Make the attempt. Learn from the setbacks. Celebrate the small victories. Keep moving forward. Because at the end of the day, perfection is not what changes lives. Action changes lives. Courage changes lives. Persistence changes lives. And those things have never required perfection. Thank you.